It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jackson on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A 6-yard pickup.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Complete to
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Raven, first down.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
A gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Two yards left on second down from the 9. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Ravens 7, Bengals nothing. Kickoff for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll drop here to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On 2nd down, Burrow finds his tight end Ingram. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Flush to his right. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. First carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. From the gun to give to Mixon. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And this is incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle?
Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A handoff to Barkley on the option. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe for a minute. Let me breathe. It's too hot to...
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Dancing to his left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
15. First down, Ravens.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
And a Raven 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Baltimore.
Saquon Barkley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early in the elements. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
56, the mark, boy, 56.
Now Joe Burrow on third and long. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? For this, and he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down. Been right.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29. Stepping up, he'll try and run. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This time, Jackson will throw it. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
Ravens 14, Bengals 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack, because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action with Jackson. Now he'll escape to his right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It's certain.
Touchdown, Ravens.
Jackson's pass.
So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Now Burrow on 1st down. A short throw to Ingram. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the 1st half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
2 yards, good enough for a first. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Check. Watch 54. Here we go, D. 54, Mike. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Check 43. Kill.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. This will be caught at about the 6. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Mike 48. Get ready. Kill. Make it 60. Shit. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1.
Short of the goal.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Second and goal from the 1.
Don't get nervous. Deuce. Watch the edge. Switch.
Here's a run with Mixon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon in the final seconds of the first half, and the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's caught at the 25.
This is too easy right here.
All the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
They'll start with the option. Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. And he'll be out right at the 35. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
First down.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. To throw is Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
Yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
For the field goal, a 57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, clap the time.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
At the 24-yard line.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. They go play action with Burrow. From left side, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harris. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
They'll wind up losing 11 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. First target, first catch at a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Ravens 31, Bengals 24. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Back now in Cincinnati. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, and it's 3rd and short.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now it's Burrow. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
34-yard line.
And Burrow going to throw again. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Push him back. Push him back. Check 9, check 9.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And that will be incomplete. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. I know he ain't got it.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. Past the there he goes left side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
A throw over the middle, taken in, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
At the 46-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got a man open, it's Ross. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
At the 38-yard line.
Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Watch the back. Watch the back. 48. 48.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Justin Reed. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch, counter punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 25 yards that time. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. They will throw on first down with Burrow. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Burrow. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get two. That's great. But from the 15... the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Oh, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Barkley. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. They're going option play on 3rd down. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Harris to return. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They try to get the big one down.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
By the Ravens. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. So the final seconds tick away.